Section 107 fair use allows us to talk about it, and that's what we are here to do. Please don't go out of your way to dislike anybody we talk about in these videos. It is for entertainment and reaction purposes only. It is my opinion and my opinion only. Oh, baby, let me just start off by saying I am one exhausted person. Honey, these mamas are coming up with storylines and this and that and baby daddies and babies and baby, what do they say? Mama's babies, daddy's maybes. Honey, this will blow anybody out the water. So let's start talking about it. Strong mommy Chrissy, she came out here in fashion to take her pregnancy test to show that she's been using ovulation kits and that she was prepared and ready to have baby number 10. Baby, she read us down for filth to let us know that she had a good man, right? A man that was calling, telling her to come in and out of town, taking her on vacation and was letting her live her life, right? She was out here living her best life. She was preparing for this baby. She was ready for this baby. She was on here calling it a she, now it's a he. She was getting prepared for baby registries and everything else. Then bombs over Baghdad. We wake up this morning and she drops a video saying that she had a miscarriage, right? Not only did she have a miscarriage, but she labels it that she had a miscarriage with absolutely not one symptom. A miscarriage with no symptoms. And baby, just when I thought, oh my, should I click on this 30-minute video? As soon as I did, I regretted it. The storyline started going back, forth, and side to side, right? So let's talk about it. She starts off at the doctor's office like it's a regular visit, just going to get some blood drawn. Says she thinks that she may even have some kind of infection, be dehydrated. She just feels drained. She's like, oh, I'm just going to get a urine test. It's nothing major, maybe a UTI. And then all of a sudden, right, we see all the filming in the doctor's office and boom, she's sitting on the bed. And she gets on the bed and baby, the story just starts going everywhere. She says she goes into there. They tell her, we don't see a heartbeat. She goes all off into saying that pretty much they let her just leave there with a fetus that is deceased in her belly, saying that it shall pass. No antibiotics, no intervention. See you on your next upcoming appointment. Deuces to you and arrivederci. And I just said, wait, what? Now, y'all, of course I did that in fast mode because there is absolutely no way we could sit here and pick apart unless it was alive everything that she said. But one thing that stood out to me, she was there alone, right? We've heard about this man and he's supposed to be doing this and be there and it's his first child, and yet you are going through everything alone. She does claim that she felt a little lethargic, a little weak, maybe a little fluish. We have seen her doing videos on the couch. Oh, guys, I'm not feeling good today. Nothing tastes good today. Typical, I want to be pregnant. I like being pregnant type of content. But just common knowledge, right? When we try to use common sense, knowing that you say that it was a boy, unless you had some, testing done and pay extra for it, then I don't know how you would know unless you are far along enough to know. At this point, was it just an egg yolk sac? I don't believe so. The way that she's pretending that she's been pregnant for at least 3-4 months, right? She's starting to talk about baby registry, so maybe even 4 to 5 months. She is now saying that they just let her walk out with a fetus in her. And I'm like, wow, wouldn't that get sepsis? Wouldn't that be infected? Wouldn't that cause you pain? Wouldn't you begin to cramp? Wouldn't you begin to bleed? Isn't your body going to reject it? And she says, oh, well, I hope my body can pass it naturally. And there's no, medical things that need to be done. No one will have to intervene. Well, honey, it doesn't matter if you pass it typically naturally or not. You still would need a DNC to get everything out. You would still need some antibiotics to protect yourself from further infections. And the fact that your doctor just lackadaisically let you just walk out of there with this going on, it's hard for me to believe. Now, I will tell y'all, I had a friend who was, 4.5 months along, and when they found out there was no heartbeat, the next day she was scheduled to go right into the hospital at 6 a.m. and have everything taken out and everything done. They plugged her up to make sure that everything was accurate in the hospital before they did the procedure. I have never in my life heard of if you're actively miscarriaging, and maybe someone out there has, or that you have a fetus, because I'm telling y'all, the way that Chrissy talked about this baby and this pregnancy, she got on here when she took the pregnancy test, right? And she said, the reason I'm taking it is because last month I only spotted a little, and this month I've had no period. And so I'm going to check. And then she goes for the ultrasound and she keeps saying, I can see the baby. And then when she got on the bed, One thing she said that held hard to me was, she said, I didn't want to keep seeing my baby like that. I just didn't want to keep looking over at the ultrasound and seeing my baby like that, as though it was fully developed, or as though it was something that you can see. It wasn't a yolk sac. She kept saying, I didn't want to see my baby like that. Girl, so you walking around with a whole baby in your belly? Are you telling me this? Like, for real? Is that what she's telling? I mean, I don't know what is going on. I really don't. But it just don't seem to add up. Also, it is now what? The weekend? Maybe you film this, good night. We don't know what day. But now it's the weekend. Wouldn't you think that if you were going through all of this, that the father would have flown up there to see you by now, since he's got such big bag money and he's just so, engineer and everything else? Don't you think he would have showed up to spend time with you instead of you spending time on YouTube? I mean, it's all backwards. It is all backwards. And she's just sitting there like, oh, well, guys, I don't have to let you guys know. I'll have to drag this out. Girl, if you don't take your ass to the hospital and ask them what is really going on and get some things done, because there ain't no way I'd be sitting there like that. Not only is it not physically healthy and medically healthy, but emotionally it is not healthy either. Oh my goodness. I don't know if y'all have been keeping up with this hot mess, but if you have, honey, then y'all go on ahead and tell me what y'all think about in the comments, because I don't know if it's true, false, or what. Whatever it is, I feel bad for the kids. Let me just say that. And that's just all I got to say, because this right here, this done took the cake and threw it down the street and stumped on it, and the maid done ate it, and everybody is just boo-hooing and banging. Oh, y'all, I'll see y'all in the comments.